Thank you, Mayor, and I don't think we could have had a better city and weather and just a great 2 days here in Grand Rapids. And certainly I speak for everyone when I tell you our hearts and prayers goes out to the fallen officer and his family. Something no mayor, not a phone call any one of us ever want to get. So we fully understand your absence and would expect nothing less from you. But I just want to say a few words. One, I mean, I feel, really privileged to serve as chairman of this organization. Tomorrow will be our 4th anniversary coming together, and in that short time, we have made a major positive mark on the waterscape in Canada and the U.S. The lakes, as we all know, are our community's greatest assets, and I couldn't be more honored than to help lead a group of mayors who invest their time, their energy, and their resources to work to protect and to restore probably not just ours, but the world's greatest assets. I become more convinced every day that many of the most difficult problems we face as a society will be solved at the local level. We know the problems, we can develop the solutions, we know the people, and we know how to make things happen. This is why in the United States, climate change is being led by over 500 mayors that have signed the Mayor's Climate Protection Agreement on global warming. We're not waiting for the states. We're not waiting for Washington, D.C. to move. We've been shown on issue after issue that if you do that, you won't move ahead. And if there's any U.S. mayors here that haven't signed that agreement, you can see me afterwards, and I can get the website to go to. It's being led by Mayor Nichols out of Seattle. We'd love to get your signature and your commitment to that also. Probably what we do lack are a lot of the financial resources to pay for it all. But if you don't have the big vision, it doesn't matter if you have the resources or not. And so we'll develop the vision, we'll do what we have to get things done. Even without the large resources, we seem to be doing a better job of balancing budgets than most of the other governments. That is even the case when far more tax dollars go to other governments than get to stay in our own budgets. As we move forward as an organization, I'd like to highlight just a few priorities. As we know, there are far too many beach closings. We have to get to the bottom of the problem. We have to do the gathering of the data to be able to come up with the causes of the bacteria in the water so we can come up with viable solutions to combating that issue. Secondly, invasive species introductions must slow down and eventually get to zero. We need an operating carp barrier on the Chicago Ship Canal, comprehensive invasive species legislation from the federal governments, and of course, restrictions on ballast waters that actually work. And the other one we need to work on, which I think as an organization we highlighted a fair amount yesterday, is major progress on water conservation and efficiency. And again, a couple of those we need help, at least the middle one at the federal level in a lot of cases, but the first and the third one are things that we have major impact on the local level to accomplish. Actions on these problems and many others can lead us to a much more sustainable living in our cities, towns, counties, and regions. To help make sure we recognize good work where it is done, I am very pleased to announce the first Small City Sustainability Best Practices Award. We have Mayor Hartwell and Mr. Peter Wege, who I know some of us have had the pleasure of meeting and getting a chance to talk to, but we have them to thank for this first ever award of $5,000. Cities under 100,000 people with projects that demonstrate best practices with results that advance the economic, social, and environmental bottom line of their communities and water resources are qualified to be considered. In just a little over a week, we received four very strong proposals showing that cities can act fast, especially if there's money attached to it. I'm very pleased to announce this year's winner is the city, and We were beaten out on this, but I'm still proud to announce the City of Beaconsfield, located along the shores of the St. Lawrence. Accepting for the city is their mayor, Bob Benedetti, who gave us a very interesting presentation yesterday about their program. The winning proposal is their, quote, Pump Patrol, which is a project where high school students are inspecting over 6,000 homes in the city to make sure the sump pumps are properly connected to the sanitary system. The goal is for 100% compliance by 2008, and they are well on their way to meeting that goal. By disconnecting the sump pumps from the sanitary system, the city is reducing the loads on their treatment plant, avoiding bypasses of that system, renourishing the groundwater table, and reducing flooding. I understand your home was inspected yesterday, Mayor?
It was.
And I hear it passed with flying colors.
Flying colors.
Oh, that would have been embarrassing if it hadn't. Congratulations to you, your students, and your city. You want to say a few words at all?
Sure.
And that's the check.
Thank you very much, Mayor Becker, and I'm proud to say that I'm in good company with Racine, Wisconsin. This is one of the great things about being a mayor. I've only been one for a year and a half, and you get up here to take credit for work that a whole bunch of other people have done. And you see the gentleman standing there taking the picture of me doing this is Denis Chabot, who is the Director of Urban Planning for the City of Beaconsfield. And this is his project, and I want to thank him publicly in front of all of you for the work he's put into this in developing this project and moving it forward to make sure that we stop pumping raw sewage into the St. Lawrence River. So far, since we started this project, even with heavy rains, we have not had to turn our pumps on. And we expect that once we finish the project by the end of next year, that we'll be able to retire those pumps, which is a wonderful news for all of us and the St. Lawrence River. It's been a wonderful experience for the 8 students who have participated so far. Many of them are studying urban planning at university, and so this is couldn't be anything better for them, and it's so much fun to work with them. They're so enthusiastic. They're competitive amongst each other to try and cover the most part of the city, and it's really a delight to watch them. My wife remarked on the phone how delightful the young lady who came to inspect our house. Interesting part is it was only fixed 2 weeks ago. So I thank you for this great honor, and I hope that we will have another project to submit to you next year with similar results. Thank you very much, all of you.